And a very good morning to you on this Monday, the 9th of June, 2014. It's time for the Community Profile. Milton Baker here, along with co-host and executive producer, phone call maker, and pre-show interviewer, whatever, in-show interviewer, Sandy Alexander.
Yes.
Who had her clothes on wrong this morning, and I had to tell her.
Well, tell the world.
Well, yes, world. She had her clothes on wrong.
I just changed it. Never mind. Never mind.
It's good to see you, Sandy. It's been since Wednesday. I haven't had the chance to pick on you in 4 or 5 days now.
I know. You just had to catch up, didn't you?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Good. All right. Won't you tell us who's with us today?
I'll be glad to. We're glad and so blessed to have Bruce Hedrick with us today. I listened to Bruce's music over the weekend, and I talked to Ronnie Caldwell. Both of you, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
And Bruce and Ronnie introduced me to the Bruce's singing and his songs and his ministry, and it's so good. And I've played Roses from God. You're going to hear it in just a second, and it is a wonderful song. Bruce wrote it. And I tell you what, I know you can't see it, but just go to BruceHedrickMusic.com and you can see the video for yourself. It's professionally done and absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So we're so glad to have y'all with us.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming from Lake Norman and Statesville and places beyond.
Amen.
I'm telling you.
Amen.
It's down the road, Stanley. Sandy, it's that way. Stanley.
Oh, okay. Well, I do plan to broaden my horizons, maybe someday. But we're so glad and so proud for you, Bruce, and we just would like to see this song go all the way.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity, and I'd just like to say it's truly a blessing from God to be able to sing this to so many people, to have the video. Everything just fell in place,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an honor to that God would give me such a beautiful song.
Mm-hmm.
I've often told people that I'd love to write stuff, but I just can't cut it on and off. And when God gave me this song, I knew it was from God. I wrote it down. I knew the music. Everything was in place. I didn't have to do anything to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just knew that God had given me something special. And I just appreciate you having me and Ronnie here, and to be able to get this out to as many people as we're reaching today.
Uh-huh. Well, now you, back in the early 90s, went to Nashville and won a songwriting contest. Now that, I always have said, no matter what genre, I don't think they really put enough emphasis or praise, if you will, for lack of a better word, to the songwriter.
Yes.
Because there are some wonderful songs out there.
You're exactly right.
And they hand them over to the artist to do them.
Yes.
Then that's all you hear. You don't hear anything else about the song.
Right.
So, but Roses from God is something you got from God, and I believe it too, that is just absolutely wonderful. And you've got other songs that you've done. And
Absolutely.
do you have a CD out now, or are you working on it?
Well, actually, I went to Nashville in January and recorded 5 songs that God gave me. And they're actually being tuned and mastered and mixed as we speak. So hopefully within the next month or so, I will have that completed. And so I'll have 5 songs completed. And then the goal is to shop that around and maybe draw some interest, maybe at a record label or something, and maybe get them to pay for the next 5.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's very expensive, but I wanted to put my best foot forward. That was the reason I went to Nashville. I had the pleasure of meeting a young man by the name of Tim Sidden, which is my producer. And so he put the musicians together, and he had the contacts to make this happen. And so that's what we did. And so I'm excited about my CD and where I'm headed with this. And I thank God for all the opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Do we want to play it?
Yeah, let's play it, Milton.
Okay.
And if you want to watch it, go to BruceHedrickMusic.com. But here's Roses from God, written and sung by Bruce Hedrick.
Her path was sprinkled with rose petals as she walked towards him with a smile. God joined man and woman as they said their wedding vow. The day she gave birth to the firstborn, oh, how her face did glow, like the rosebuds in the garden. I began to watch my roses grow. God gives us special roses, bless our days with their smile. So take the time to appreciate the roses God has planted in your life. Like the roses in the garden, they're only here a little while. So tell your roses that you love them, and watch a rose bloom with smile. These rose petals in my Bible, they represent the ones gone. But to be absent from the body is to be with Jesus by the throne. God gives us special roses, bless our days with their smile. Take the time to appreciate the roses God has planted in your life. Like the roses in the garden, we're only here a little while. So tell your roses that you love them. Watch a rose bloom a smile.
All right, that was
That's a
great.
beautiful
song.
song. Yes,
very
it
nice.
is.
And that's available. You can watch that on the website www.brucehedrick.com. And Bruce Hedrick Music. Sorry, yeah, left the word music out there. All right,
Ron, how long have you been? I mean, Bruce, how long have you been singing?
I've been singing ever since I was a child. That's all I remember doing.
Mm-hmm.
My father was a minister, and my mother, she played and sang, and that's just what we would do. We would go not only to churches, but camp meetings. Back then, you know, we went to prayer meetings. I mean, we was in church every day.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, if we wasn't in church, we was on our way to church, and if I wasn't listening to preaching, well, they had cassette tapes of preaching.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I wasn't going to get away from it. So anyway, it's something that I was raised to do, and I just thank God for the gift.
Your voice is fantastic. You got a great voice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, thank you.
Well, so as far as your ministry, and I call it your ministry.
It is a
because
ministry.
It is a ministry. I don't think God just, that song is just remarkable. I mean, you listen to songs and you listen, and the video, people, you've got to watch it on the video.
Yeah.
It's wonderfully done. And you brought two of your roses with you.
I sure did.
So
I brought them.
he brought two of his children, or his two children with him today. So,
Yes.
but I think you might sing us something else. What you got?
Sure. I'd like to introduce myself to your listeners
Okay.
by a song that God gave me, and it's entitled "Living for Jesus."
Okay.
Well, I was raised on the Bible, on that Mill Hill years ago. And when it came to praise and worship, they'd load us up and we would go. Church was more than Sundays. Sometimes it was there in our front room. I can hear Mom and Daddy saying, "Son, this is the life we want for you." And son, live your life for Jesus and tell the world what God can do. And son, sing your songs for Jesus. There's lost souls counting on you. When Mother passed away, I began to stray and do wrong. The devil gradually took my hand. I began to sing a different song. Years have come and gone, and I was barely hanging on to a thin line. But now I'm back in church and singing for God, thanks to this wife of mine. And I'm gonna live my life for Jesus and tell the world what God can do. I'm gonna sing my songs for Jesus, the one who died for me and you. As we raise our families and we teach our kids right from wrong, Christianity is more than Sundays. It's a way of life we live at home. And as they grow, may they always know that it's Jesus all the way. I'll leave behind an old guitar and some songs for them to sing. And kids, live your life for Jesus and tell the world what God can do. Kids, sing your songs for Jesus. There's lost souls counting on you. And I'm gonna live my life for Jesus and tell the world what God can do. I'm gonna sing my song for Jesus, who died for me and you. And I'm gonna live my life for Jesus.
Good. Wonderful.
Enjoy it. Love to
Yes.
have live music here in the
I would
studio.
love
It's just
it.
the way
Yes, we
radio
do.
used to be there.
Yeah.
That song sends chills up.
Oh, it does. It really does. And you got more of them.
Yeah,
I tell you what, my heart just can't stand it. So now these are the ones you've recorded, right?
Yes, ma'am. These are the ones that I have recorded, and I'm excited to get these out. Just like Roses from God, I know God gave me that song too.
Well, that's wonderful. And if you're interested in booking Bruce at your church, or you do nursing homes,
I do. I have a nursing home ministry that I'm real proud of, and retirement homes. I would love to be able to come and share my ministry with them.
Okay.
Camp meetings, any event. I'm open to whatever God opens up for me.
Oh yeah. Okay. Would you just go to www.hedrickmusic.com? Don't forget to put in the music, because I messed up, didn't do that too. So be sure to put in brucehedrickmusic.com, and all the information is there. And let me tell you, I've just been with him now about an hour, and I believe he's the real thing. He believes what he's singing, and that's the main thing. So we appreciate y'all coming,
We
and
thank
we
you.
wish you the most luck in the world.
Thanks
tell
for
you-
having us.
And I'll tell you what, but you go to that website and play the video of the first song.
yes,
You're going
absolutely.
to see maybe some familiar sights.
Oh, yeah.
The Rock Springs campground. That's where the bulk of the video was shot.
There is one thing I'd mention. Denver, the DABA in Denver, Denver Area Business Association, is a group of small businesses that has been in a group for about 14 years, and they meet once a month, and the proceeds of those meetings goes towards the annual fireworks show at East Lincoln. And at East Lincoln High School, they put on a really nice fireworks show every year. Well, this year we stepped it up a notch, and it's on June the 28th of this year, to let all your listeners know. June the 28th of this year, so we're talking in a couple of weeks, at East Lincoln High School. The annual fireworks show will start at 4 p.m. You say, well, you can't shoot fireworks at 4 p.m. No, you can't. We're bringing in another Nashville recording artist named Chris Jansen, and Bruce will be opening. So a local performer, Dylan Riddle, is going to play, and then Bruce is going to have a complete set performance. And we're anticipating somewhere around 18,000 people to come to East Lincoln High School out in the field for the fireworks show. And then after Bruce is done, Chris Jansen will be there. So it's a free admission concert that we're putting on at East Lincoln High School on June the 28th for your listeners. So I hope everybody will come. It's going to be a great time.
There you go.
That's
And
great.
you're going to get to meet Bruce, because he's going to autograph 100 DVDs shot at Rock Springs. The DVD was actually filmed 3 weeks ago at Rock Springs Campground, and he's going to autograph the first 100 that come up to get a DVD there.
About
So
that.
That's great.
Fantastic.
And
Yep.
you have to watch it to believe it. It's just wonderfully done and mastered.
And Bruce, just like I say, fantastic. I don't know if you like comparisons to other singers, but when you're singing, I can hear a little Alan Jackson
Yeah.
and a little Trace Adkins in there. You got the voice for sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, you got
Appreciate
the
that.
talent, and you got it.
I sure do appreciate it. And
You got
I appreciate just everything. You guys, I
Wow.
appreciate Ronnie, and Innovative Pest Management for sponsoring the video, because it's only through that this is happening, and I thank God for it.
Well, that's great.
Thank God for you listeners.
All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you, folks, for coming in today.
all right, thanks. Take care.
Sandy?
Okay. We'll be back tomorrow with Miss Esther Mullinax from South Mountain Youth Family Camp.
All right. That's tomorrow on the Community Profile right here on Big O Country, WLON, WOHS, WCSL, and KTCBroadcasting.com. If you'd like to see today's show, it will be posted later on YouTube. That's youtube.com/KTC Broadcasting. Check out today's program on video on YouTube. And check out that video on BruceHedrickMusic.com. See you tomorrow.
Why would I pay to listen to the radio?
Remember, it's just the same here as anywhere else in the world.
How's that?
Everything has a price.
Not radio.
So pay your money and don't expect any free samples.
Expect and demand free radio.
Big O Country, WOHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, WCSL.